In just a few minutes, small business owners can now sign up for Blackfoot Communication Services. Whether it's dependable voice options or internet services, sign up simply by visiting blackfootsmallbusiness.com. Click on the services you wish, select an installation time and date, and you're done. Small business services at the touch of your fingers. Connect to more with Blackfoot Communications and blackfootsmallbusiness.com.
Second to last week of the regular season around the Big Sky Conference. Still much to be decided. And if Montana State wants to claim a Big Sky title for the first time since 2012, Bobcats are going to have to get it done in California. Colter, Nuanez, Skyline Sports, SkylineSportsMT.com. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel here at Skyline Sports. This is our players to watch. Cal Poly, the Mustangs, host the Bobcats. MSU coming off a thrilling 41-38 victory over Northern Arizona. I guess thrilling for the observers. I don't know how thrilling it was for the Bobcat football team because they were up 17-0, and then they blew the lead, and then they had to go back and forth, and they needed a 65-yard chuck and duck from Tommy Malott to a streaking freshman Taco Dowler to set up Blake Lesnar's walk-off field goal there at NAU, but they avoid the trap game, and they're 6-0 in Big Sky Conference play. Now we're going to have to avoid another trap game with the rivalry game against the Montana Grizzlies looming on the horizon. So Cal Poly coming off a 57-0 loss to the University of Montana. The Mustangs didn't look good. So as far as the players to watch, it's really hard because usually when we have a team to preview for the second time, there's always guys that just pop. And I thought that Cal Poly, after they went down 14-0 and then the skies opened up in Missoula, I didn't really think anybody popped. I thought they looked largely, how do you say? I thought the effort was very poor. You can tell they're in the middle of a rebuild under a new coaching staff, just in terms of the bodies and the youth. But they also just had no real desire to tackle. The two guys defensively, though, that really popped for me for Cal Poly were, number one, Jamari Jackson. He's actually a grad transfer. He had stops at the College of San Mateo and Northern Arizona. He's a 5'10", 180-pound corner. And then I was also impressed with Giovanni Cole, who was a guy we highlighted last week as well as they were getting ready to play Montana. And I think those corners, they actually played with some gusto last week. Javion Cole, not Giovanni Cole. Javion Cole, who's a true freshman defensive back there. David Myers, their leading tackler. He's a linebacker, a redshirt sophomore linebacker. But, you're really grasping for straws to find real standouts on that Cal Poly defense just because they are young, they're overmanned, outmatched, and they're giving up 530 yards a game of total offense. They're the statistically worst defense in the conference. So a lot of work to be done on that side of the ball.
Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up. All the way up. I'm all the way up. I'm all the way up. Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up. Shorty what you want, shorty what you need. My niggas run game, we ain't never leave. Counting up this money, we ain't never sleeping. You got V12s, I got 12 V's. Got bottles, got weed, got Molly. I'm all the way up. Shorty what you want, I got what you need. Shorty what you want, I got what you need.
Offensive side of the ball, Spencer Brash is the quarterback. He's pretty good. He's a transfer from Cal. It was hard to see what they really wanted to do with him because they were just down so early and they were doing so much of this like slip screen game, and I thought that was a poor strategy given the fact that Montana's best open field tackling team in the conference. Montana State has been mercurial at best on defense. They've been up and down. They've given up a lot of big plays. So they'll have to tackle in the open field. The screen game and stuff for Cal Poly might work better against the Bobcats than it did against the Grizzlies, but the Cats are way better on offense than Montana. So I don't know how Cal Poly is going to go about if the Grizzlies rush for 412 on you, transitive properties are the Cats are going to rush for about 750 yards. I know it's not that easy, but it's going to be an interesting challenge for sure. But Spencer Brash is solid, the former transfer from Cal. Chris Coleman is their top wide receiver, a former transfer from Fresno State. They also gave a couple running backs carries last week. Paul Holyfield is a freshman that has some juice. He showed some pretty good potential, actually. And then Jacoby Jacob is another one that's a decent ball carrier there for the Mustangs out of the backfield. But they still have a long ways to go to rebuild their offensive front, their offensive skill. And, again, they're a team that's rebuilding, but I was hoping to see a better effort out of them as well. Jacoby Harper, he's their other running back, number 8, that got a glut of the carries. So he is their leading rusher. He's got 320 yards from scrimmage, 287 net yards, only 3.6 yards per carry. So should be a game in which Montana State has no trouble, but you got a winless team in conference, a team that's only won 3 games over the last 2 years, a team that's got nothing to lose, a team with a lot of desperation, and they do have some weapons there. I do think that Chris Coleman is a legitimate threat on the outside. I also think Josh Cuevas is a pretty good receiver there, number 80 for Cal Poly as well. Those are their 2 leading guys. So Montana State's going to have to mitigate the big plays and run the football with authority, and if they do that, they'll be undefeated in conference play going into the rivalry game. There's some players to watch from Cal Poly, the Mustangs, as they get set to host the Montana State Bobcats on Saturday. Thanks so much for watching, following along. SkylineSportsMT.com. Skyline Sports, every day, every season. See you soon.
Join Town Pump's Pump It Up Rewards Plus program and never pay full price for fuel again.
Save 5 cents on every gallon every day at any Town Pump across Montana.
Plus, earn and redeem points on your favorite in-store items to get free stuff with our clubs.
Stop in and pick up a rewards card. Download the Pump It Up Rewards Plus app today.
Or visit townpump.com/rewards to register and start saving.
Right down the